The Leeds and Reading lineup for 2019 is fantastic. It's amazing. It's great. Not because of the artists, though. So the headliners for Leeds and Reading that have been announced so far is Foo Fighters, 21 Pilots, 1975 and Post Malone. I don't like any of those, actually, to be fair. I like some songs from some, but I don't actually really like those artists. But what these artists embody is the reason why we're saying that this is a good thing. To give a bit of context to what we're going to talk about, when we first started Kicker, we started doing a pitch, and in it we used a figure. The figure was this, and I apologise that it's a little bit long. From 2006 to 2016, only 9 of the 209 acts to headline major UK festivals debuted in that time. Basically meaning that 200 artists were old, almost heritage artists that were headlining festivals, and 9 were actually new up-and-coming artists. Generally, people nowadays aren't taking risks on new artists, and new artists aren't reaching the heights that they once did. Whether those two things are influenced by each other, probably. Either way, we're in a stage recently where the headliners are just artists that have already headlined. Foo Fighters make an appearance at most festivals. Green Day, Blur, Oasis, or anyone who's come out of Oasis, Muse, Kasabian, Arctic Monkeys, all of them. Every single big headline artist nowadays has been headlining for 10, 15 years into the past. So, 21 Pilots, the 1975, Post Malone are all fairly new artists. 21 Pilots less so, they've been going around for quite a while. They only blew up recently, but 1975, I've just released their 3rd album yesterday, but are fairly new to actually being a big artist. Post Malone has seemingly almost come out of nowhere into this humongous artist. These 4 artists headlining a festival that's a major UK festival is a really good thing, whether you like the music or not. This just embodies that maybe people are going to start taking risks on new bands. Because you could actually argue, okay, it's not really a risk because these artists are already pretty big anyway, but if you look at the past 10 years worth of festival headliners, none of them are new artists. None of them are even close to being new. Like, Leeds and Reading Festival hasn't championed new artists in their headliners, they've just put on headliners that have already existed. I really, really hope this is the start of a trend, because last year's headliners were kind of heading towards this anyway. So I hope that this starts a trend across other festivals, whether that's worldwide, like in the US and Europe as well, or even just within the UK. I just hope that this sets off a little bit of a trend that you don't have to just use the heritage artists. There are big-ish artists that are new, and maybe you putting them on as a headliner could tip them over to becoming that huge artist that we haven't really seen in so long. Like, me and Joe were talking on the way when we were planning this video, we were in the car and we were talking about when was the last big artist? When was that the world stage treated to a brand new artist? And I think we said Arctic Monkeys was the newest band, at least, that got to the world stage and is new. The Arctic Monkeys are 12 years old now, 13 if you don't go on recordings.
Their debut album was in 2006.
Yeah, and they started as a band in 2005, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a long time, and they're the only artist in that time to actually, well, they're the only band in that time, because I'm excluding pop here because of how pop is so much different as an industry than the rest of the music industry is. So I hope this sets off a trend. I hope that this becomes something that actually, I hope that the festivals that once went, here are the brand new amazing artists, like, I don't know, Green Day headlining in 1995, I think, like, yes, they just released their 3rd album, but that 3rd album was the one that went, woof, here they are. And then they headline festivals that year. That's what we need. We haven't had that in such a long time, and I hope that this is the start of that. So whether you don't like 1975, if you don't like 21 Pilots, if you don't like Post Malone, I don't give a shit about Foo Fighters, they're the heritage acts that I'm talking about. Whether you like them or not, don't look at this as a bad thing, because what it embodies, irrelevant of the artist, what it embodies is a really good thing for new artists. Like you, like us, this is a good thing. Okay, cool. So just on that, please don't tweet at Leeds and Reading and be like, oh, it's fucking shit. I wish you'd got Green Day back up. None of that bollocks. It's a good thing. Cool. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos from this series, click on that side of the screen. If you would like to see our best of playlist, click on that side of the screen. We didn't make a video last week. Very sorry about that. My car broke, which threw the week off a little bit, and then we ended up, I don't know, whatever. We're here now. Thank you for watching this video, and we will see you next week, unless Joe's car breaks.